City boy, city boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, Nate the Great, back with another video. And you know we gotta go ahead and do a Monday Night Raw on Netflix review, baby. Let's go ahead and jump right into it, because this show was ass, okay? I don't have too much grace that I'm giving this show, because like I said, this show had to knock it out of the park, okay? I said this in my last video that this show, this week has to knock it out of the park if the WWE is actually serious about, saving this WrestleMania season from the shit that we've been inundated with over the last couple of months now, okay? And based off of what I've seen tonight, they are absolutely not serious about it, okay? And Triple H is just that bad of a booker, okay? This company is just that much of a joke, all right? Tonight we got no John Cena, no Rock, no Cody. Hell, we didn't even get a damn Jade Cargill to follow up on what the fuck happened on this last Saturday at Elimination Chamber. All right, we didn't even get nothing from that. Okay, we're just gonna run down through the show. I'll give you my thoughts as we go along and a bit more at the end, as usual. Okay, so we start off the show with CM Punk actually cutting a semi decent promo. All right, he's basically calling out The Rock, calling out John Cena. Called The Rock, a bald fraud. Said that he's Mr. Midlife Crisis. Called John Cena a sellout, of course. Telling him that he sold his soul. And basically show the fans what he always knew about him. This, that, and the other. All right. Then Seth Rollins comes out. All right, and they immediately brawl. They brawl for like 10 minutes, okay? They brawl for like 10 fucking minutes. They're brawling on the ramp. They're brawling in the ring. They're brawling in the audience. They're brawling on the announce table. They're brawling all over the place because, that's Triple H storytelling for you. All right? We say some scathing words and then we brawl, okay? There you go. There's your story. That took about 15 some odd minutes of the show. All right. Next up, backstage, we get a Judgment Day segment. All right, where basically Finn and Dom, they're arguing a little bit more about who's going to be the fifth member, or if there is going to be another member, right, of the Judgment Day. Finn still saying no. Dom still saying yes. All right. Finn is congratulating Liv and Raquel very backhandedly on winning the tag team championships, because he says, well, you lost the Elimination Chamber, but it's all good because we got those championships, right? So very backhanded. I guess Finn is just a jealous sack of shit. I don't know, he can't be happy for anybody. I don't know what story they're trying to tell with Finn, that he's just a irredeemable sack of shit. I don't know. But they go at it. Finn and Dom, Dom tells Finn that he basically got embarrassed last week because he had a chair in his hand and he still backed off from Braun Breaker. Then Finn says that he'll handle Braun Breaker tonight, and we move the fuck on. Next up, we get Otis versus Gunther. Okay, so whatever. This was a whatever match. All right. First of all, Gunther came out, cut a promo. He basically cut the same promo on Otis that he cut on Tozawa last week, saying that he could be something special if he just took himself seriously and got some self-respect, this, that, and the other. All right. Then the match starts. Who cares? Gunther wins. All right. After the match, he put Otis in a sleeper. Tozawa jumped on his back, tried to get him off, this, that, and the other. Gunther starts whooping on him, hits him with a power bomb on top of Otis. All right. Then we get Jey Uso. He comes down to the ring. All right. He beats the dog shit out of Gunther. Okay. And as he's holding up the World Heavyweight Championship, okay, out comes Grayson Waller and Austin Theory for some reason. They attack him from behind for some reason. Who knows? Who cares? All right, we move the fuck on. AJ Styles, he's backstage. And he's being interviewed. All right, Karrion Kross comes out of nowhere. Basically, he basically says that AJ is a bitch. Like he basically does the, hey, you're a bitch if you don't go fuck up Logan. You know what I'm saying? He was talking all that shit. You're basically a bitch if you don't do it. Because I personally wouldn't let him talk to me like that. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what this what this was. AJ goes off, says that he's gonna call Logan out next week. All right, because he has to make a statement on his way back in. Let the people remember his name, whatever. All right, and we move on. We get Lyra Valkyria versus Ivy Nile. Okay, now I got a lot to say about. I got a lot to say about this. Okay, I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to you. I have a lot to say about the next couple of matches that we have tonight. All right, so hold on. Did I? Yep. Okay. All right. So Lyra Valkyria, she wins this match. Okay. Now, I have a question. Okay? I have a question. What was the point? All right? What was the point? Why did okay, hold on. So how come Lyra Valkyria lost to Dakota Kai? How come Ivy Nile lost to Dakota Kai? Then she gets a rematch because she beats on Dakota Kai and Lyra after their match. All right, just to lose clean in the middle of the ring, like clean as fuck. She got whooped on in this match. Okay, I won't say she got whooped on. It was a 50-50 time waster, but you know what I mean. Okay, she got pinned clean in the middle of the ring. Okay, no screwies, no DQs, no saving face, none of that. Okay, she just got straight buried right there in the middle of the ring. All right, and it gets even worse later on in the night. Okay, because after this happens, okay, well, first of all, we got another recap of the bullshit. There were like 5 or 6 fucking recaps of the Elimination Chamber and everything that happened at the Elimination Chamber. All right, so we're just seeing everybody on the show, right, from the Elimination Chamber that's not on the actual show. All right, that's just absolute garbage. Okay, but after that, Seth Rollins and them, they're still brawling backstage and whatnot. Because of course this is peak storytelling. After that, we get an interview from Dakota Kai basically saying that she's still going after the IC belt. Okay, I don't know how that works when you lost to Lyra, right, for the IC belt in the tournament, right? You lost to her in the tournament. Okay, then you lose to her again last week. Okay, but you still have your eyes set on this. But first, she has to go and handle Ivy Nile. Okay, so this is going to be a triple threat smoz match. All right, well, shouts out to BC. Right, this is going to be a triple threat. Just throw them in there, whatever match. Most likely on the pre-show of WrestleMania. Okay, like that's just what it's turning out to be. There's no story here. It's just a bunch of bitches fighting. All right, one loses, then the next loses, and we're somehow supposed to believe that either one of them have a chance against Lyra Valkyria, who also has no story, no character, no nothing. Okay. All right, whatever. We move on. All right. After this, Seth Rollins is backstage. He's arguing with Adam Pearce about what's going on, all the fighting, all the beef, and that's going down right now. Okay. And basically, only thing you need to get from this segment is that next week we will be getting a rematch. Okay, we will be getting a rematch of Seth Rollins and CM Punk, but this time it's different though. This time it's going to be in a cage. It's going to be in a steel cage. Okay, so you have to watch it because it's going to be in a cage, right? So that's what we got out of that promo. All right, that little backstage segment, okay? Next up, we get Ludwig Kaiser. He comes out and he cuts the same promo that he's been cutting for the last 4 weeks now about all the attention and everything that he wants to do to Penta. He says, I guess the line of what he basically says that what John Cena did to Cody Rhodes at the Elimination Chamber was nothing compared to what he's going to do to Penta, okay? Penta comes out, they brawl. This is peak storytelling, all right? Triple H is fucking cooking, all right? They brawl, Penta comes out on top, and that's the end of the segment, okay? After that, we get a Bianca Belair backstage interview where I'm expecting at least something, right? I'm expecting at least something, all right? But what does Bianca Belair do? What does she say, okay, when asked about the whole situation? See, she says, right? She says that she's not going to talk about it until she right now, she's more focused on who she's going to fight at WrestleMania. That's what she's focused on right now. Not her best friend who just got fucking beat the shit out of and is possibly most likely somewhere recovering right now. Not her, okay? Not her other supposed best friend who came back and beat the shit out of her out of the other best friend, right? Not her. She's not focused on any of that right now. What she's focused on is who's going to win and who she's going to meet up with at WrestleMania, okay? And to make matters even worse, I didn't talk about this, okay? But before the show even started, they showed Bianca Belair backstage, all in this, when they're starting up the show and whatnot. They showed her in this flashy ass coat that she had on, right? In this little lingerie white outfit that she has on, and she's back there fucking talking on the phone, laughing, kikiing and giggling and all this shit. I'm like, bitch, didn't your best friend just damn near die? Like, why are you laughing, smiling, and kikiing? All right, but it gets even worse, okay? Yes, it gets worse, all right? Anyways, she says she doesn't want to talk about Jay's situation, and we move on. Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, they cut like a little promo in the audience. I could care less, okay? I seriously could care less, all right? I just want to see, I need to see some action out of these guys. That's basically all I need to see out of them. Until then, I will be skipping all of their promos, all of their interviews, and everything like that, okay? Next up, we get a vignette from Chad Gable, who's off in Mexico somewhere in the back alleys, asking motherfuckers if they know who this guy is on like a little flashcard that he has. He walks up to this guy. This is a pretty funny segment. He walks up to the guy. Basically, he's like, all right, so what do I need to do? He hands him a box. But before he hands him the box, you know what I'm saying? He's like, all right, let me get, you got to pay for that. You feel me? Chad Gable hands him a couple dollars, and he's like, nah, man, I'm gonna need more than that. Whatever. Go back and watch the segment, okay? I was already kind of incensed at what was going on in the episode, all right? But next up, like I said about the Ivy Nile situation, it gets even worse, okay? Because we get the War Fat Slot Raiders, okay, against the Creed brothers, all right? And the Creeds get buried. They lose this match. This was for the championships too, right? The WWE Tag Team Champions, all right? Or World Heavyweight or the World Tag. I don't remember. I don't care. Okay, I think it's the World Tag Team Champions, but nobody gives a fuck, all right? Because the War Raiders have these championships, so nobody could possibly give a fuck about these championships, okay? Yet they won. The War Raiders won. Hell, Michael Cole still is calling them the Viking Raiders, okay? Like, he still has to correct himself every single time these motherfuckers come out, okay? Because he doesn't even give a shit about these motherfuckers. But we're supposed to give a fuck about these motherfuckers, all right? But American made, they lose this match, all right? Now, I'm going to explain to you what pisses me off about all of this, okay? What was the point in Chad Gable leaving Alpha Academy if he was going to move on from one jobber team to just another jobber team? What was even the point? He should have just stayed with the bad bitch. Maxine is a bad bitch. He should have just stayed with the bad bitch. He traded up the bad bitch for a pit bull. Traded up his homie and his other homie, right? Some funny niggas for the creeds, but all of them are jobbers. So what was even the point of doing the whole switch up? If this is how his team is going to get booked and how Chad's going to get booked. Because Chad don't win. No, he doesn't win shit anymore. The Creeds haven't won a match damn near since... I don't even know when the last time the Creed brothers won a match. Ivy Nile never wins anything ever. She got her ass whipped by Dakota Kai. Then came out and beat on Dakota Kai and fucking Lyra Valkyria. Then comes back this week to get buried in the middle of the ring. What was the point of Chad Gable leaving if this was going to be how his team was booked anyways? He went from one jobber faction to another jobber faction. I'm like, I was actually excited when American Made got you know, formed and everything like that. But how could I be excited about anything they have going on ever in life ever again if this is how they're being booked? Shit's insane, man. Shit's insane. I really don't understand this, okay? Next up, we get this highlight of the night bullshit, all right? Where they basically show the recap of Sami Zayn and KO, right? Like I said, we're getting a whole lot of recaps, okay? Because everything that happened on Saturday night is going to be a whole lot more interesting than anything we get tonight, all right? After the highlight bullshit, we get a vignette from LWO. Rey Mysterio returns in this vignette, okay? And he basically just sets up a match with New Day for next week, all right? So that's what you're going to get. New Day versus LWO is going to be Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee, all right, against New Day in a tornado tag team match this time. So it's different this time. Because remember, New Day lost like 4 weeks ago to these niggas, right? But this time it's going to be different, right? It's going to be different this time because they're in a tornado tag, all right? So you haven't seen this one yet. All right? I hope y'all are understanding the sarcasm right now, okay? The bullshit that we're getting right now, okay? After that, we get a interview with Braun Breaker where he basically tries to bury the Judgment Day. It was a decent enough promo or interview or whatever, okay? He had some rhyme about apples and Carlito and the shit stash that fucking Dom has. It was pretty funny if you watched it, right? After that, Finn interrupts. He talks some shit. They brawl, okay? They brawl because this is Triple H is fucking cooking, all right? Triple H is cooking, all right? We got 4 brawls tonight. Man, this show is cooking hard, all right? 4 brawls, all right? And Braun Breaker ends up coming out on top, kind of. You know what I'm saying? He hits him with the spear. Dominic comes out for the save on Finn, you know what I'm saying? Pulls him out of there. And we move the fuck on to yet another recap, okay? And then after that, we get an interview with Jey Uso, all right? Where, I mean, what can be said about this promo, okay? What can be said about Jey Uso's promos at this point, okay? He comes out, he says the same shit every single week, okay? And we're supposed to be somewhat more excited, all right? We're supposed to get even more excited every single time. Every time he says the same shit that he said last week, we got to get more excited for what's going to happen in 6 weeks, okay? We still got 6 weeks to go of this shit, all right? And I'm not prepared for it, okay? After this, okay, we get the match, all right? Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley, okay? This is the next match, all right? This is for the women's world title, all right? I couldn't give a fuck, okay? But here's the crazy part. Remember when I told you that the whole Bianca situation got a little bit worse, all right? So Bianca Belair comes out in this all white, okay? Looking damn good, okay? I'm not gonna sit here and act like she didn't look good to the motherfucker. Like she didn't look scrumptious enough to eat. Like she didn't look like I was about to sop her up between 2 butter biscuits and get that thing going. You feel what I'm talking about? But, like I said, her best friend just got damn near put in the damn morgue. on Saturday by her other best friend. Okay? She hasn't talked to them. All right? And she comes out here dancing, giggling, kikiing, acting like absolutely nothing happened on Saturday. It would be one thing if she just, was like, look, I'm focused on this. All right. I'm just focused on what's going to go down at WrestleMania so I can, figure out who I'm going to face and we can move on. Okay. If she came out and just acted like she was just focused. All right. But instead she's kikiing and giggling and laughing and smiling and shit all night long. All right. Maybe it was actually Bianca. It wouldn't make sense. Okay. It would not make any sense at all if it was Bianca. But, all right, that's the only thing that I can think of. She got off scot-free, okay? She framed Naomi, so now she's kikiing and giggling all over the place. Because if that's not what happened, and she's just out here kikiing and giggling everywhere, this shit is absolutely insane and it makes zero sense regardless, okay? But whatever. Next up, we get Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley for the for the match, okay? Bianca Belair is out there sitting, not on commentary, but she's just sitting out there and watching the match like a fan, okay? Basically what you need to know about this match is that Io Sky won and the crowd went mild as fuck, all right? The match ended when Bianca Belair, she was like okay, well, Rhea and Io, they were outside, right? They were outside. Rhea had did some shit where she had Io on her shoulders and she like banged her head on the apron, then banged her shit on the announce table, and they were both out of commission on the outside. Rhea makes her way back into the ring, okay? The ref is counting, and Bianca Belair, she's outside and she's like clapping for Io, saying, Io, get back in the ring. Let's finish this shit. Let's do this. You know what I'm saying? So Io jumps back in the ring. Rhea jumps out of the ring, and she's mad at Bianca for cheering Io on to get back into the ring. She's like, what, you don't want to face me at WrestleMania? You don't want to face me? You don't want to face me? And she pushes Bianca, okay? Because she was like, hey, what, you scared of me? And Bianca was like, ain't nobody scared of you, bitch. All right? And Rhea pushed her, okay? Bianca gets back up, and then she pushes her, all right? Now, in any other situation, 99.9999999% of the time, okay, this would have been a disqualification immediately. Rhea would have won the match, okay? But the referee, okay, this time was like, no, okay? Now remember, hold on. Let's just back the fuck up. Okay? Because I wouldn't normally have an issue with this if this was something that was consistent, okay? But let's talk about the inconsistency real quick before I move on from this topic, okay? The whole reason why we're even in this situation, why we're even having this match, is because one day Rhea Ripley came out to help Io Sky, okay? Came out to help Io Sky and even the odds in what was going down, okay? Liv Morgan pushed or slapped or some shit. She hit Rhea Ripley in some way, some manner, okay? And when Rhea Ripley retaliated, Liv Morgan won, which made Io miss out on her shot at Elimination Chamber. Now, right? Now, just 3 weeks later, or 4 weeks or whatever, okay? Just a few weeks later, the same situation basically happens, and the ref does nothing about it. I don't know. Maybe I'm nitpicking here, but the consistency. That's all I ask for as a wrestling fan. That's all the fuck I ask for as a wrestling fan. Consistency with these stories, consistency with the refs, consistency. Just give me something that's consistent, okay? Besides consistent ass every single week, all right? But we move on, okay? Rhea Ripley, she gets back in the ring, okay, after the ref comes out and basically says, not right now, we're not doing this right now, okay, and Rhea jumps back in the ring. She's getting ready to hit a riptide from the top rope, okay. Io Sky reverses it into a Hurricane Rana, all right. She goes up for the over the moonsault, hits that on Rhea, and 1, 2, 3, all right. Pin. She's the new Women's World Champion, and the crowd goes mild, okay? The crowd was very into Rhea Ripley tonight, as they always are, okay? They really wanted Rhea Ripley to win, all right? And because Rhea Ripley didn't win, okay, the crowd did not cheer for Io Sky, who is also a face. You see why these face versus face matches don't really work, especially when you overdo them? If there's actually some kind of a storyline there, okay, then maybe it might work every now and then. But Io Sky is not as big of a face, even in the slightest, when it comes to star power as Rhea Ripley. So her winning this should have been a much bigger moment. But because nobody gives a fuck about Io Sky, all right, because nobody gives a shit about her out there in Buffalo, they want Rhea to win. They didn't cheer. They hardly reacted. You could see people getting up and leaving after that. So, shitty moment. That was tough to watch for Io Sky, okay? Because I like Io Sky. I think if she's like, I'm not saying that she shouldn't win, right? But you gotta choose your moments. Choose your moments, and you have to make her win. If she's going to be a fucking babyface, you have to have her win against a heel. And not have Rhea act heelish when she's a babyface by going out there getting mad and cocky with Bianca Belair, doing all this extra shit, going up to the top rope for a riptide instead of just hitting her with a riptide while she was out and unconscious, right? Doing all this extra shit and acting like a heel. Like, what are we doing here? And then having just Io go over. It just, this show tonight, all right, was the epitome of what the fuck, all right? I already said that this would be an issue in my last video, all right? I said that if John Cena doesn't come out, if Cody Rhodes isn't there, or if they're not there to tell these stories, then these next few weeks will fall flat on their face. Now imagine being somebody who was on Twitter or X or whatever, right? On Facebook, on Instagram, all right? And you see John Cena turned heel. You see John Cena turned heel, all right? You're not into all the dirt sheets and all the backstage wrestling stuff. You just live your life how you want to live it, okay? But you grew up watching John Cena, all right? You've seen John Cena in the movies, all right? And you're like, oh shit, John Cena's a bad guy now? Oh shit, I want to tune into Monday Night Raw after the Elimination Chamber and see how they back up this story, how they follow up on this story. You tune into Monday Night Raw, you don't see Cody Rhodes, you don't see The Rock, you don't see John Cena, you don't see Travis Scott, nigga, like you don't see nobody from the Elimination Chamber, all right? But you sit there, you watch, okay? You watch through, you see what goes down on the show, okay? And throughout the night, they're showing you, okay, everything that happened at the Elimination Chamber, basically, because there were like 7 recaps, okay? They show you everything that happened, but you're like, damn, nobody that was at the Elimination Chamber is on this show. So maybe I gotta watch SmackDown. Maybe I gotta watch SmackDown. But when you watch SmackDown at the end of this week, all right, this is the casual fan we're talking about, because we're gonna watch regardless, all right? We're the marks, all right? We're the the lifelong fans that watch out of habit, right? We're gonna watch, period, okay? That casual's gonna turn on TV on Friday, see Cody Rhodes cut the most boring, most monotonous, most bullshit promo they've ever seen, never heard in their life, and they're gonna turn it off. And just like that, you have lost that casual fan, okay? That casual fan ain't gonna give a fuck. They might maybe tune in for WrestleMania, maybe, just to see John Cena as a heel. Maybe they might tune in. But the rest of these weeks that are coming up, they're not tuning in for these shits. Cause they just got the wool pulled over their eyes. They just got the rug pulled from under them. This was a shit show. All right. I won't say everything that happened in the show was bad, but this show, man, like, no story, no nothing, okay? Just bullshit, just brawls, okay? Burying talent, all right? Like, there's nothing that was good about tonight's show, in my opinion. All right. There is next to nothing that was good about tonight's show, in my opinion, okay? CM Punk's promo was pretty good, all right? And there was some good in-ring work tonight, okay? But none of the matches in context made sense, okay? And that's pretty much that, all right? But like I don't know what else I could say about it, okay? I give this show a 2 out of 10, all right? And let me know what y'all thought about it in the comments, okay? Because I did not enjoy myself tonight, okay? We're right back to the regularly scheduled program, okay? How do we follow up on... I'm going to put this up in the thumbnail, okay? It says Triple H's post talking about how do we follow up on one of the history-making Elimination Chamber 3 big title matches. No, you follow up by continuing the story, you dumb bitch. You dumb bitch, you. Okay? Whatever, all right? Like and subscribe if you want to hear some more. Leave a comment down below, all right? This has been your boy, Nate the Great, back with another video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.